you guys. How you doing? I bet that was pretty loud in your living room. I apologize. Not really. How you guys going? Hope you're very well out there. Seeing lots and lots of people come in now, which is awesome. Thank you so much. Welcome to the co-working space that I work out of here in Palm Beach on the Gold Coast. This is the Barefoot Business Builders co-working space here in Palm Beach on the Goldie. This is a new way of working. It's like an office where there's no walls, there's just lots of chairs and tables, and during the day this is full of beautiful entrepreneurs that are working together but on their own to be able to make the world a better place. It's a really fun place to work out of, and it seems to be the new way of connecting and working together. In this age of the digital, when sometimes you're over there and I'm over here, it can get a little lonely sometimes, so it's nice to be able to connect. And I'm so happy that you guys have been able to make it here to connect tonight as well. Now, this is not a one-sided conversation. This is a two-way conversation. So if you have a look on the right-hand side of our beautiful technology, thank you, Natasha, great webinar drum jam. There isn't any sound, Ray. So maybe you have to have a look and check your settings there and see if there is sound. Can somebody write there to make sure that you can hear me? I know that you can. And if you have a look there, guys, this on the side where you can write is our way of communicating. Obviously, I can't see into your living rooms, which for some of you are like, Jesus, that's a good thing. I'm in my 90 or whatever. But you can see me, but I want to be able to see you via text. So if you can write something in the chat and it comes up live for me here, and at the end of this, I'm going to answer a few questions. So whoever's got questions during this webinar, by all means, write them in that chat box, and I will do my best to answer them as they come through, okay? So thank you very much for making it here. Obviously, I'm Scotty Z. So if you haven't seen me before, then welcome. You're seeing me for the first time now, and I'm really, really happy that you can make it. Yes, Natasha. Hello, hello. So beautiful, guys. Tonight, I wanted to bring you here to talk about this idea of love is the new economy. So you probably saw that, and some of you maybe on the Gold Coast last week on Wednesday would have come along to the event with Suzanne Rodolfi, Healthy Net Wealthy, where I was presenting on this exact topic. There's about 35 entrepreneurs in the room, and I spoke about this love is the new economy. And it got such a great response there. So many people were on board with what I had to share that I thought, oh, look, I've just got to share it again out to the world. I know I've got some people coming in from Toronto, Canada, which is awesome. Thank you so much. I think I've got someone in from Europe as well, from Amsterdam, which is awesome. Obviously, a lot on the Gold Coast and Brisbane. So this is such a great technology that we can use. So to kick it off and get started, I might play drum a little bit later. We'll see how we go. But this idea of love is the new economy. We are in an age, a digital age, that has made our lives very transparent. And as you know, as well as I, we're moving into this stage of more like a conscious evolution, a way that we can grow more into who we are. And it's exciting times. It's very, very exciting times because we get to be who we are fully. And that is the most important thing, I feel, as we move forward into this new age, this new world that we're moving into. A lot of people call it like this age of enlightenment or this age of being conscious. So I want you to think about that. This consciousness is means to become more awake or more aware. And who are we becoming more aware of? We're becoming more aware of who we really are. And that is exactly what the world is calling for us to step more into our authenticity, more into who we are as a spiritual being. If it is this age of enlightenment, us becoming more light, more divine, more of who we really are, then really we are here to be more of us. So this idea of love is the new economy. I, for a long time, have been working with people, and I've done sales over the years, and I've taken lots of adventures, and I've worked with people a lot in different circumstances. And I found that well before the sound waves touch your ears, or these light waves, and by the way, check out this trippy shirt on camera. Isn't that weird? It looks like the Matrix, something about the print on it. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Anyway, before those light waves touch your eyes or those sound waves touch your ears, my heart resonance and your heart resonance are talking to one another. They're communicating. You know when like someone walks into a room and you can feel their energy and you turn around and you're like, ooh, I don't like that person. Already I can feel there's something up. Or someone in the situation, you can feel them go cold. You may think, oh, it's the fine movements of their body language that did it. Yeah, perhaps their body is going to show that, but that's coming from a deeper sense of who they are, that deeper part of themselves that we would call spirit. There's been a lot of research done by the HeartMath Institute around the resonance of the heart. And the heart can actually feel something. They did research where they had an image that would flash up. The heart would respond to that image preemptively before the mind could process it. The heart would respond 6 seconds before the mind would even see it. Why? Because we know what's in our reality. There is no perception of time when we are in that divine space, which we all are. So I hope that doesn't go too far off track for you guys. But we're in this age, and the reason I call this love is the new economy is that we're moving to a place where no longer as, and I focus a lot on business because business is very much the language of communication that we have right now. Once upon a time, it was tribal warfare or barter system or whatever, but right now we're using economy, so dollars and cents to be able to trade value. But I'm saying that we're moving beyond just using dollars and cents. You may know that this fiat currency system, this debt-based system, is probably not going to be around for a long time. And we as conscious people are moving towards a stage of love as our economy, where we will literally work with people and support and connect with people who we resonate on the same frequency as, who we love and appreciate. And that's the really exciting part of where we're moving, is we're being called to be more of who we are, and being more who we are allows us to grow and thrive more in this world. Gone are the days of this corporate wall where there was a logo and a big M or whatever it was, and there was some people behind that logo making lots and lots of money, and everyone, they just push the logo out there with heaps of marketing and bombard you with propaganda, and people would buy that. Gone are those days. We want to buy from people that we like, trust, and appreciate. Who we like, trust, and appreciate. On a finer sense, someone that we resonate with. If you resonate with that person in this age of transparency, of communication, social media, where we can literally look into the lives of people, we are here right now. You're in my home, pretty much. It's my workspace, but you're in my world right here, transparently. You can see me. The photos that we take on Facebook, most of us are posting them publicly, you know, the little choice, publicly or friends, where the world can literally see your life. Employers will go and check on social media who the new employee is that they're going to hire. Gone are the days of hiding behind corporate walls. Today we are in this age of transparency. And that is a very exciting age. People want to know who you are. When they buy from you, they want to know that they're buying from someone that they like, trust, and appreciate. And what that means for us is that we get to be more of who we are. And that's the very, very exciting part. So tonight, I want to spend the next 20 minutes or so sort of showing you not only why that's important, but also that you have the tools already in your being for you to be able to use to become more of who you are. So not only is that good for you, because I tell you, the joy and bliss of being who you are is a hell of a lot better and a hell of a lot more real than hiding behind a mask, hiding behind a false wall of pretenses, or a fear of maybe if they see me that I won't be loved, or I won't be appreciated, or that maybe I'm not good enough. And then I have to hide myself, or I have to hold myself back, because if people really see me, then maybe they won't accept me. That's not real. They're just made up beliefs. And tonight I'm going to tackle a little bit of that. And I want to show you and inspire you that you can be more of you. and that actually the world is calling for you. And if you really want to thrive in this world that we still have and the world that we're moving to, you're being called forth to shine your light, to open yourself transparently for God to shine through, for that divine energy to come through you so you can ride the wave, to love the adventure. I talk about this love the adventure, but love is the adventure. You are a channel, a conduit for love energy, for God's source to flow through. And as you purify the body and mind and transparently show up as you, you are opening yourself for God to shine through, because that is who you are. You're a divine being, a spiritual being on this spiritual adventure. So tonight I want to go through that a bit. And if you do have that chance, this technology is fantastic. You can definitely write in. Great, thank you. Holland here. Hello, Wilma. That's awesome. Definitely hear me. Thank you. So let's use this chat. If you guys have got questions, you want to know, you got something you're like, I don't know about that, Scotty, this and that, put it in there and I'll come back at the end and I'll do my best to answer those questions. All right, so who am I, firstly? I know a lot of you guys reaching out there, you know me already, you're doing some work with me already, or you've maybe followed my adventures for a few years. So maybe even some of this information will be new, but some of you guys are like, who is this dude? Love, economy, what the hell? Who's this guy? What's with the trippy shirt? I don't know who you are. So I'll take a minute just to explain who I am and maybe why I'm in a unique position to share this. So 14 years ago, when I was 19, I was a very, very different person than I am today. A very, very different person. I certainly wasn't talking about love, I'll tell you that much. I was convicted of 16 criminal offenses, and I share that openly and transparently with you. 7 break and enter, 7 theft, 1 willful damage, and 1 common assault. I was a violent offender. Not a world that I wanted to be in, but unfortunately, life was a bit tough back then for me. 17 to 19 were very hard years. I was being pushed to be something that I didn't want to be. I was being manipulated, and I'll use that word, manipulated, to show up in the world inauthentically. Where school, my guidance counselors say, my principal, my family were guiding me to be something that I didn't want to be. I didn't know what I wanted to be, but I knew that I didn't want to be that. I knew that I didn't want to be the way that they wanted to be. And I started to get angry and angry and angry and rebel and fight, to the point my father and I had a fist fight. And tough, it was tough at home. It was really, really hard. And I started to act out into the world. As I got more angry, I started to lash out and wanted to hurt people around me. Finally, at 18, I got arrested. And about 15 months later, going through the court system, I was convicted of those 16 offenses. And I thought, okay, finally I can start my life anew. I'm done with that shit. I'm cleaning my act up. I'm going to move forward and make a better life for myself. Unfortunately, the man that physically caught me and my friend trying to break into his car decided that my no recorded conviction, the judge said, good kid, made a mistake, get out of here, don't come back. He didn't like that. He felt that I got off because I didn't go to jail. And he started to stalk me and tried to kill me. So at 19, I was faced with a decision. We got a restraining order put against the man, and he broke the restraining order instantly when the police put it. He called me and he said I'd be dead by that afternoon. So I had 2 choices. One was to go into protective custody and try and fight it, or the second was to get on an airplane and get the hell out of Dodge. So I did. I got on a plane. I was on a plane an hour later, and I flew out of Brisbane. I arrived back in my hometown of Cairns. I'd left there 4 years earlier. That was the 25th of January 2001. I remember breaking down, crying uncontrollably, trying to work out what the hell had happened to my life. And at that day, I made 2 decisions. The first one is I will never lift my hands in violence again, and I never have. And the second one is I will never do what anyone else wants me to do ever again. Because I figured that the pain that I had was coming because I was being pushed in a way that I didn't want to go. And I said, all right, Scotty, well, where do you want to go? What do you want to do? I'm 19 years old. And I said, well, I want to be happy. I made a decision that I'm going to be happy. And I'm like, all right, so what does happiness mean? You probably thought that yourself. So I want to be happy. I want to be happy. I was looking at like almost dead, 16 convictions, what was going on with my life. And here I was saying, I'm going to be happy. And I said, all right, what's happiness then, Scotty? I'm 19. I'm sitting on top of this hill in Cairns. What's happiness? I said, well, what if I do all of the things that make me happy? I'll travel the world, I'll jump out of airplanes, I'll go scuba diving and rafting and do all these fun adventures, I'll meet all these amazing people. And when I do all that stuff, then I'll be happy. And I was like, yes, I'm gonna be happy. So I come down the bottom of the hill, it was late at night, I went to bed, I woke up, and it was Australia Day, the 26th of January, and I came downstairs to my auntie and uncle, Bruce and Kathy, who I was staying with, and I came and I declared, I'm gonna be happy. And my uncle looks at me, he's like, what? You're gonna be happy? What? Yesterday you flew here, like this shit's going on, what the hell? You're gonna be happy? I was like, yes, I'm gonna be happy. And I didn't really know what that meant, but I was really committed to it. And so my uncle said, and I told him the story, I'm gonna jump out of airplanes and go down rivers and do all this stuff. And my uncle said, well, why don't you go and do a scuba diving course? So I did, and long story short, I became a professional adventure guide. I traveled half the world, scuba diving, whitewater rafting, kayaking, skydiving, rock climbing, abseiling, canyoning, doing all of these incredible adventures, connecting with nature and taking people into nature, because that was my quest for happiness. But very early on, I was lucky to do my first personal development course. I did a 2-day workshop with this guru guy, and he taught me seated meditation. And so I started every day, 20 minutes. I set an alarm, I'd sit there for 20 minutes. I'm like, okay, what the hell is this meditation shit? Is it 20 minutes yet? Oh, come on, let's do this thing. 20 minutes, shit, oh, my ass is sore. You can imagine, 20 years old, I started, I just kept doing it, I just kept doing it, I just kept doing it. And then I started getting into yoga and then Buddhism, and I started looking, and these guys are talking about all this stuff, and like, I was on this quest to be happy, and they were talking about joy and bliss and enlightenment. I was like, what is all this? And so I started getting on this real quest to understand. At 21, I went to a clairvoyant and had a clairvoyant reading, and she actually spent 7 hours with me for a $50 reading. Thanks, Patricia Prophet, you're awesome. And she downloaded on me about what the world is outside of this material world. And I had no mentors in my life like that. And she told me about 1111, which I've been seeing ever since I was a kid, my spirit guides that are with me always, that I now connect with regularly. She told me about these things that are happening in the world and how we're evolving. And I didn't know what was going on. I was 21. And as I was driving home, I ran out of fuel on the highway. It was midnight, 1 o'clock by the time I was getting home. And sitting on the side of that highway, waiting for the RACQ truck to bring me fuel, I was actually opened up into a world of bliss where I spent about 45 minutes in absolute ecstasy. I came out of that and I could feel energy and I could feel all the people around me. And I didn't know what was going on, but I knew that it felt right. And it just sent me on this journey of discovery. Who am I? And that one question, who am I, drove me for 14, 13 years since that day now, to a point where I was living in Hawaii. I had my rite of passage walkabout in Hawaii, connecting with the sacred sites of Hawaii. I was shown my vision of uniting a global community of conscious people working and living together to move through this age of enlightenment. And since then, I've been learning about connecting with people from my heart space and holding a space for them as they move into nature with me. Be able to take people and help them to open their heart as they start to resonate on the green vibration of nature. I want to talk about that in a moment. And the journey continued. I had a TV show called Walkabout in California where I was I was still pitching the idea, Hollywood's a hard game, of taking at-risk teens into nature and guiding them to love life and to be able to find their purpose and show up more in the world. And the adventures continued as I've learned to live from that place within me that guides me. And I learned along the way that we actually have the tools right now that can help us to be happy, to find that place within us that radiates joy, that radiates bliss. That energy source that we all come from. It's here, it's real right now, and we can have it. And obviously me talking about love is in your economy, how does this show up for you? This is the way that we're relating to people. Your business is a relationship with people. Your life is a relationship with people, and you're connecting in that love space. So for me, again, 14 years ago, coming through to where I am now, it's been a hell of a journey, but it's been a fun one. It's been a really exciting one. And I just got back 5 months ago from 3.5 years of an amazing journey living in Bali, working on retreats with Tyler Tolman, Roger Hamilton at the Green School, traveling across India and Nepal for 5 months, getting engaged at 4,500 meters, ending up in Canada for 9 months where I literally froze to death in the middle of the city in Toronto. First time in my life I went really down into those depths of depression where for so many years I focused on wanting to be happy that I neglected that sadness within me. And that sadness is a part of who we are. The winter is a part of who we are. I don't want to live in it all the time, but I at least know that it's in me now, and I know how to get myself out of it. So that was good. It was exciting. It was hard, but it was exciting. And being back here in my home, my chosen home, to be able to bring this inspiration and bring these tools that others can use as well. So that's a long version story of me. The book will be coming out soon, I'm sure. Who knows? But to talk a little bit more, guys, what you've got in front of you right here is, again, you have all of the tools. And I want to talk a little bit about these tools that I've learned to discover, to be able to use in my own life, and that I use to help people, just like you perhaps, to be able to tap into your authentic self, your divine self, to be able to resonate from that place. So that the relationship with yourself, that who am I, that isness becomes unified. And as you're connecting and resonating from that place, your relationships, whether it's with your loved ones, the people around you, and your business relationships, are able to move into that finer state where you're literally connecting from your heart. How to do that? You have an energy system. Moving on to the next phase here. You have an energy system. We call this, some people say they see auras. Yeah? This energy system is called a torus. Your torus, everything has a torus. The earth has a torus, your physical body has a torus. Your torus is like that etheric field that maybe some of you guys have heard about. It's a finer vibration energy field that we resonate from and in, and it is part of who we are. Now, you have up the center of that torus what we call a chakra system from the Indian philosophy. If you've ever done yoga before, then probably you've heard about this. The chakra system, you have 7 chakra or energy centers or wheels of energy that vibrate up through you. And what's actually happening in that chakra system is just like a prism or a crystal or a diamond, when it has sunlight passing through it, will reflect the colors of the rainbow, or when the sun moves through the water drops and produces that rainbow. Your energetic body also, as you're bringing that divine light, that on this physical plane we have the sun, and in the divine plane we have similar to a sun, with the source energy as it throws out, is moving through your being. It's shining that prism, that 7 colors of the rainbow through your energetic being. That's the chakra system. As you think about your chakra system, you have one that's coming from the earth, and it's a constant flow from the earth. That's the base chakra. You have one that's coming from the sky. That's the universe that's coming through. That's your crown chakra. And what I'm going to say now is a little bit counter to the traditional yogic techniques. I've studied yoga in India. I've studied for about 13 years. I've done a lot of kung fu, qi gong. I have a black belt in karate, so martial arts has been a big thing for me as well. But what I've come to understand is a little bit different. So work with me here, and maybe you'll find this can work for you too. So as these energy centers are moving through our body, those 7 energy centers, those 7 chakra, start to move in to one another, and where we radiate out from our center point, because you have 3 below. You have the down, the root chakra. You have what we call the dantian, which is your digestive system. This is the battery pack of your body. Moving up, you have your breath center, your diaphragm. Moving up from there, you have your heart center. Now keep that in mind, because that's the 4th chakra. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have 1, 2, and 3 above us. So 3 above, 3 below, and we have the heart in the middle. Interesting. Coming down from the top, we have our 3rd eye, the mental, emotional body, moving through our expression center. As we have our breath for the physical body, we have our expression of vision. We are given vision. You have thoughts in your mind that are coming from spirit. You have some egoic thoughts sometimes as well, which focus on looking after you only, whereas spirit thoughts are focused on expanding life into the universe to be able to give and bring more to the world. So knowing the difference is very important, and bringing that through your expression center to be able to bring that into the world moves you down into your heart. Being able to use your breath. Most of us only breathe with half a lung, which is where the anxiety and stress, or some of the smoke, which stops those lungs from bringing in the life force, the pranic energy, the chi energy. That's that center here, the diaphragm, which brings the energy, the power of the earth as we eat and it digests up into our heart. So what we're doing is literally bringing these energies from the heavens, from the mind, and from the body up to radiate from our heart center. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. Your heart is green. Nature is green. We are connected to nature constantly from the green of our hearts. That's why you feel so good when you're in nature. That's why we're in this green revolution of getting back to the earth and eating whole foods and connecting with Mother Nature once more, because we're getting back to that place of our hearts where we resonate and vibrate the love frequency. You think about this energy center, and I have some images here. I don't know if I can share them. Let's see. I want to show you if I can share them. That'll be exciting. I've got a screen share here, so let's see. Let's see if that works. Okay, you should be able to see that. I can probably make it full screen for you. But this here is the energy centers of your body. So coming up that root, up through the earth, through that dantian, the digestive system, and coming down from the heavens through your third eye center, and we come up into the heart to radiate from our heart. And you can see this energy around us, this torus. So what's actually happening, I'm going to come out of that now so that we can see each other again. What's actually happening is you're coming into that torus, that frequency around us is bringing itself in and creating like a whirlpool. You know, like when there's a whirlpool, it goes hollow in the middle? That's what happens with our energy center. It actually goes hollow in the middle and, get out of that. It comes hollow in the middle and actually is allowing that source energy to move and vibrate through us at all times. So when people talk about, you may have heard of this Kundalini. I've experienced this Kundalini energy myself, and all it is, it's opening. It's not a special energy that like comes into the body. It's something that it's the divine energy of all. And as we balance this body, this chakra system, this physical and emotional body, that creates this whirlpool, this hollowness that brings our connection to the divine source back to us fully, which then allows us to be in that place of the divine. A lot of information for a short amount of time, but I hope I'm inspiring you. Now, what the idea is, guys, is you've been given this physical body, bringing this energy up through that physical body. You've been given this mental, emotional body, bringing that energy down through the mental, emotional body to the heart. But as it comes in, it's also going out, because everything is in an ebb and flow and a constant movement of flow. So we want to be using this emotional body, and we want to be using this physical body in order to get ourselves back to that resonance of the heart. So what that looks like is, firstly, you have 7 human needs of the physical body. And you know what these are already. The first one, what do you think it is? What do you think the most important thing is that your physical body needs? A lot of people say food or water. The most important thing that your body needs is fresh air, pranic energy. Again, most of us breathe with half a lung. We're not inhaling fully. We're not bringing in that life force, which limits our ability for our physical body to flow, to flourish. Air, we need fresh water in copious amounts. We can actually change the vibration of our water. 70% of the body is water. We can change the frequency, the vibration of our bodies. Masaru Emoto, the Japanese scientist, has proven that. The third thing we need is sleep. We need adequate sleep. We then need nutrition. We need exercise. We need a plethora of things that we must work through, that we must start with physically. A lot of us are walking that journey, but there's still work to do. And that's the physical body, being able to get that digestive system, that dantian energy, to be able to resonate powerfully so that you have the power in your physical body. Your mind, as you're coming down into your mind, 2 things that we need to do. The first one is we need to pull the weeds. Pull the weeds. Your mind is a fertile garden that you can grow anything that you want. But unfortunately, unless the garden is tended to, weeds pop up. You know what I mean when I say weeds. You're not good enough. I don't think they'll like you. You shouldn't do that. You'll fail. All of this crap that comes into our head that's not even real. It's just made up nonsense that comes into our mind. These are the weeds I'm talking about. We've got to pull them out. We've got to get them out by the roots. We do that through meditation. We do that through contemplation. We do that through things like journaling and free writing, and there's some other techniques as well. There's ways that we can pull the weeds out of that garden. And then the second thing is, you think of a garden. If you pull all the weeds and you leave the soil bare, what happens? the weeds grow back, right? Unless you plant something in it, the weeds just come back. So not only do we pull the weeds, but we need to plant the seeds. We plant the seeds of the reality that we want to create in our minds. We have the physical power, the physical energy to be able to create it. And then through our minds, we're pulling the weeds and planting the seeds of what it is we want through incantations, visualization, some very powerful techniques that you can bring into your reality what it is that you want to create. Getting rid of the fear and doubt and worry and putting in the I can, the vision, the compelling future that pulls you forward rather than having to kick your ass every day to do it, it's pulling you forward. So pulling the weeds and planting the seeds. As we use this physical and this emotional body, that brings us to resonate from this place of authenticity. And this is what this journey is all about for us. Becoming transparent, purifying the body, purifying the mind, allowing that source energy, that God energy to flow through us so we can literally ride the wave of the love that is spirit, that we are, that we can connect deeper to who we are so that we can connect with all around us. As we connect more to us and open, that allows people to come into our reality that we connect with on that deep space, that we can resonate in, that we can love together in that frequency, in that vibration. And that's what this journey is about. You have the tools. You have the tools. It's just a matter of using them. And I'm not saying that it's easy. I'm just saying that it's possible. And you can do it as long as you're dedicated and you're willing to do the work. And that's what this life is about, showing up each day and growing more towards the sun, more towards that sun within you, that divine source within you. That's the exciting part about this adventure. So again, I had 30 minutes here, guys, to inspire you. Look, the last thing I want to leave you there before I take some questions, if there is, if you have questions, please write them in the chat box. I'll go in a second, I'll have a look, and I'll answer some of your questions here. But guys, the biggest thing that you can do for yourself right now is to get really grateful. Get very, very grateful. Be grateful for all of the things in your life. Probably some of you guys practice this. It's like meditation. For years, I did meditation. I sat for 20 minutes. Then after a while, I was like, ooh, 20 minutes, ooh, an hour, ooh, this is nice. And then after a while, I started to notice that the place I was getting to when I was in my meditative state and the place I was in when I was walking around in my day, the awareness, the perception, the feeling was the same. And I realized that I was progressing from doing to being. And that's the exciting part about this journey, is the work is needed. And especially when you're starting to get off the ground, you think of an airplane taking off. It's all that work to get up, but the journey gets more enjoyable and it gets easier and it gets more fun. I tell you, it gets a hell of a lot more fun, because in the early days, that 20 minutes or that like crazy vegetarian diet or me sleeping on the ground for 3 years or only having cold showers or living, you know, as aesthetically as possible, bare bones as possible, it gets easier, guys. You don't have to do this the way that I've done. There's a way for you as well. But stepping up and making sure that you're willing to live that is important. So get grateful for the things that you have, because having those things in your life as you get grateful for them allows more of that to come into your experience. So guys, look, if you had some questions, I don't see any questions in there, so that's fine. It's been a wonderful time to get to inspire you a little bit here, which I'm really excited to be able to share this with you. And look, we're going on this journey together. We are uniting as a people right now. We are coming together. We have this technology, which is very exciting. And I want to inspire you guys, step out of your comfort zone. Step into what is called the learning zone. Be able to get out there and show yourself just a little bit more each day. Become more a little bit of who you are. Become more a little bit, you're welcome, Christiane, thanks for reminding us of being human instead of being a human doing. A human being instead of a human doing, absolutely. Thank you for that one. Yeah, guys, look, being more of yourself is the most fun and exciting journey that you will ever step onto. I can guarantee it. Become transparent. And look, I'm talking about love as the new economy. We're moving to an age where it doesn't matter what your features and benefits are, how good your freaking product is. If I can't look you in the eyes and love you, I won't purchase from you. I won't connect with you. I won't join your tribe unless I can connect from your heart, from my heart to yours, and really love and appreciate who you are. your business is nothing. Plus your life is miserable. There's a lot of people out there making a lot of money that are freaking miserable. And you don't want to be one of them. I guarantee you don't want to be one of them. So coming from a place of love is very, very, very important. And guys, this journey is just beginning. As I said, I just arrived back here in Australia about 5 months ago. I'm happily settled and bringing this funky shirt, I get to see it again, out to the world. So look, the opportunity on Facebook, a lot of you guys are probably with me on Facebook, and if you're not, come and join the Love the Adventure tribe. We have a tribe. I'll put it up here in this box on the side there, guys. On the side there, you'll see join the tribe. That'll take you to a Facebook group, the Love the Adventure Facebook group, where daily, weekly, monthly, I'm going to be sharing this wisdom, this inspiration, and I want to be bringing in other people that are living in that space of authenticity. Experts on yoga, experts on nutrition, experts on the way that the mind works, and other entrepreneurs that are out there living it and how it's showing up in their life as they're resonating more from that heart space, from that authentic space. Because I guarantee you can live it, and you're being called forth to do so now. So great place to go and join the tribe. It's a Facebook group, and we're going to be doing a lot more webinars like this. We're going to start a TV series starting next Tuesday night. Every Tuesday night, there'll be a live, like 7 o'clock, you tune in, a live Scotty Z TV where I'm going to be getting different experts to come in with me. We're going to be bringing as much wisdom and inspiration to you guys as humanly possible, because that's why we're here. All right? So thanks for coming. Join the tribe if you want. I love you so much. Honestly, thank you for coming, and thank you for being more of you. Thank you for showing up to be more of who you really are, because the world needs it right now. And if in any way I can serve you more, please reach out to me on Facebook or email or whatever. And I look forward to being your guide on this journey that we're all working together, this journey of love. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon. And thanks for coming. How good is this technology? I'll play a little bit more drums, and then you guys can slowly pop out as you wish. Thanks so much. Love you very much. Cheers. You guys are awesome. Thanks so much, guys. Love you very much. See you soon. See you in the tribe. Bye.